Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will practice on chapter 12, Computing WACC. In this company, P that has been given on the screen. As we can observe, there are three components of the capital structure: debt, common stock, and preferred stock. Our first step is to find the percentage of each, which means we are trying to find E divided by V, P divided by V, and D divided by V on the formula that is showing on the screen right now. However, in this question, the value of the company hasn't been computed. Therefore, we will have to find it out. As we all can see, this company has 15,000 5.9% interest rate coupon bonds outstanding with $1,000 par, 70 years to maturity and quoted price of 104. And these bonds pay interest semi-annually. How do we compute the value of debt? So the value of debt will be equal to 104%, which is the quoted price. Remember, I have told you guys many times in the previous video, the quoted price 104 represents 104%, not $104. Then we times with the amount of bonds that the company has, which is 15,000 bonds. Finally, we times with the par value of $1,000. Therefore, the debt will be equal to $15.600 million. Next step is to find the value of equity. So the value of equity, we know that this company has 375,000 shares of common stock selling for $81.50 per share. Therefore, the value of the equity will be equal to 81.5, which is the price of the stock, times the number of shares, 275,000, and it's gonna give us $30.562.5 million. And finally is the value of preferred stock, VP. VP will be equal to 86, since we can see that each preferred stock is selling at $86 per share, times the number of shares, which is 10,000. Together we have $860,000. So now we have already computed the value of debt, the value of equity, and the value of preferred stock. We can find the total value of the company by adding up all the components together. So the value of the company P, I will write C.P, it means company P, okay, equal to VD plus V plus VP. This will be equal to 47,022,500 US dollars. So now that we have already found what is the value, the total value of the company, we can easily find the percentage of each component accounted for the capital structure. Therefore, E divided by V, the percentage of equity, will be equal to V, which is the value of equity, divided by the total value we just found out, which means 30.562.500 divided by 47,022,500, and this will be equal to 0.65. And similarly, P divided by V will be equal to VP divided by the total value, V, VC.P, and this will be equal to 860,000 divided by 47.022,500, which is equivalent to 0.0182. Finally, the value of debt, D divided by V, equal to V of D divided by the V of C.P, which is also equal to 15,600,000 divided by 47,022,500, and this is equal to 0.3318. Cool. So we just calculated. We have successfully calculated the percentage of each component in the capital structure. We are now ready to move on to the next step. The second step is to find out what is the cost of capital, cost of preferred stock, and cost of debt. Let's first together find the cost of capital, the RE. We can also call it cost of equity. Here, we don't have enough information to use the security market line. How do I know? We only have the beta of the stock, we only have the dividends, but we don't have the risk-free rate. Therefore, there is no way for us to use the SML method. Therefore, we have to use the dividend growth model, the DGM method, to compute the cost of capital. As we can see, the stock has the beta of 0.95 and will pay a dividend of $3.8 next year, which indicates that D1 will be equal to 3.8. At the same time, we also know that the price of the stock is currently 81.50, which means P0 will be equal to 81.50. And the growth rate is 5% per year. So we will have the formula. And we will compute it. Gives an answer of 9.7%. There we go. Next, we need to find out what is the cost of debt. Just a reminder, debt is often tax deductible. Therefore, we first can only find out what is the cost of debt before tax. In this case, we are finding the YTM of the bond. Using the BA calculator and typed out some of the input, including N, which is the number of period equal to 17 times 2, will give us 34. How do I know it's 17 times 2? Because the stock has 70 years to maturity, 70 years to maturity, and pay interest semi-annually. Therefore, we have 34 periods in total. Next is the present value. The present value will be equal to 104% times minus 1,000. This is the price that we purchased the bond. The future value will be equal to 1,000 because it's the par value. Then we have the payment, the PMT, equal to 5.9% divided by 2. Again, because it pays interest semi-annually, times 1,000. And we need to compute the YTM. When we press compute, the calculator will give us the answer of 2.767. However, this is still not the final answer. Since this bond pays interest semi-annually, so our YTM annually will be equal to 2.567 times 2. And this will be equal to 5.54%. And 5.54% is our cost of debt before tax. Finally, in order to calculate the cost of debt after tax, we take 5.54% times 1 minus the corporate tax. Here they say that this company has 22% tax rate. This is equal to 4.3212%. Therefore, this is also our cost of debt. How about cost of preferred stock? As we can see, The preferred stock has 4.2 dividend selling at 86 per share. So we just simply take the price of the dividend divided by the price of share. So the cost of preferred stock, RP, will be equal to 4.2 divided by 86 equal to 4.88%. Now that we have already found out all the components for the WACC, we can easily compute it. Putting the number into the formula, we will have 0.65 times 9.7% plus 0.3318 times 4.3212% plus 0.0182 times 4.88%. Therefore, our final answer will be equal to 7.8%. And this is how we find out the WACC of a project. This is also the end of the video today. Please practice it again and again. Practice makes perfect. Thank you guys for watching the video.